TBzerg playing. Here's Might and Magic 4. And we have done just the Barbarian campaign, and we're gonna start a new one. And we think we're gonna go with the Elven one.
Despite Elwyn's reputation as a scamp, I felt drawn to his bold spirit. Not even Elwyn knew his true potential. I saw it, though, when we were lost in the forest with all sorts of bandits and creatures around us. He was probably more afraid than he had ever been in his life. Yet, he seemed more concerned with my mood. He kept trying to make me laugh. I will always love him for that.
Hell yeah. And today we're drinking beer. Cheers, skål from Norway. Ås. Luckily that night, I dressed in a brand new ensemble. My shirt and trousers were purple silk accended with white lace. I wore a wide-brimmed hat adorned with peacock feathers and a belt of golden disc. My knee-high boots were made of snow rabbit fur. I had spent most of my money on the outfit, and I think fate made me wear it, because that was the first time I set my eyes on Shahira. Ever since the day she entered the Elven court, everyone claimed she was the most beautiful woman in all of Aranor. Now, I had heard that title thrown around many times before, and in a court filled with countless beautiful women, I never understood what made one stand out from another. But Shahira was different. Her waist-length hair glimmered like rays of golden light poking through the treetops. Her large eyes, the color of the clear winter sky, dominated her slender face, and they were capable of piercing your soul. I danced with her for more than 2 hours that night, and soon I learned that she wasn't just a beauty. I danced with a lovely woman in the past, but abandoned them when I found their personality about as interesting as a rotting log. Shahira was different. She was quiet, but intelligent. I got the sense that she longed for something, but didn't know what, just as I have my entire life. That's when I asked her, "What do you do? I mean, when you're not capturing the hearts of every man in the room." Shahira looked deep into my eyes, as if seeing me for the first time, and smiled at me. That's when I fell in love. Shahira is the kind of woman that makes you do things you wouldn't normally do. She can make a lazy man athletic and a greedy man full of philanthropist. She inspired me to draw on a few favors so I could be named one of the druid advisors for the diplomatic journey along the coast of Aranor. I didn't exactly enjoy traveling through the wilderness, and I liked sea travel even less. But this was my chance to steal a few moments with Shahira without the prying eyes of the Elven court watching us. The only person I had to worry about was her father, Graven. Raymond was the leader of this expedition. He was supposed to visit the poor town to solidify the relationship with Aranor and hopefully bring them completely under loose authority for this new elven nation. I soon found out that Graven had tried to block my appointment to this mission. Why? I didn't know. Luckily, he was unable to sway the vote. I have a feeling that Menathat, my mentor and strong supporter, has something to do with it. It was nice to have a member of the Elder Council as a good friend. And if I had known Graven would be so vigilant in keeping his daughter away from me, I might not have bothered. We were on 8th day of travel when Shahira and I finally managed to sneak out onto one of the masts to talk and stare at the stars. Above in the crow's nest, we could hear the soft snoring of the watchman. I slipped him a sleeping draught earlier, so Shahira and I could be alone. If you ask me, it was about time my druid train came in handy. I impressed Shahira with my knowledge of the heavens, naming every star she pointed out. "Let me show you my favorite ones," I said. She rested her head against my arm to stare along its path as it pointed to the eastern horizon. But all I could think about was the beautiful smell wafting up from her hair. I closed my eyes, knowing that I would remember the scent forever. "There," I said, just above the skyline, see the blue one next to the red star, almost touching. They blink in time together. Those are lovers. "And why do you show me those stars, Elwyn?" Shahira said, toying with me. Before I could answer though, a shadow passed across the lovers. I tensed as I followed the shadow down to a larger darkness floating across the sea. was a ship, and it was approaching us too quickly to be any mistake. The pirates attacked so quickly that most of the crew was still below deck when the rogue swung across on ropes to our ship. I don't remember much except the screaming and clanking of metal on metal. There were fires everywhere, smoke burned the eyes, and people everywhere were dying. It was horrible. All I could think about was getting Shihiro to safety. We made it to one of the dinghies, and thanks to the battle being fought on 2 ships, I cut it free and escaped into darkness unnoticed. We watched from a distance as both ships burned. Shihiro cried on my shoulder, for she did not know her father's fate. Stupid lovers. Elwyn is more interested in the grandeur of court life than the peaceful solitude of the forest. He lives in the moment. If not for his charming personality, the Elven court would probably ignore this tall, gangly elf, but Elwyn is one who can never be ignored. Okay. Let's go. No, we are level 1, so we can't actually take anything yet. You hear a painful yowling come from somewhere off the path, and for a moment you consider heading in the other direction. You heard plenty of bars tales and people have always died while investigating strange sounds, but you can't stand the moaning any longer, so you creep quietly from tree to tree. You must be close, but you can't see anything. Could it be some forest spirit? You heard stories about them too, and they're never pleasant. Then you nearly put your foot in it, a pit, that is. You drop to your knees and stare down into the steep hole. At the bottom is a small wolf pup, clawing pitifully at the sides of the trap as it howls for help. He seems to be favoring one of its hind legs as well, most likely injured during his fall. Hold on, little guy, you say as you search for a branch or log, some way to get the pup out. Of course you find nothing large enough to help, so you circle the pit a couple times, studying it closely. It's probably only a few inches shy of 7 feet deep. Even a grown wolf couldn't climb out of that. But for once in your life, your tall, thin body is good for something. You take out your dagger and stab it firmly into the ground at the edge of the pit so you can use it as a leverage when you have to climb out. And then you jump in right next to the pup. The small wolf barks and growls as you reach for it. It even snaps at your hand, ripping off a bit of flesh. Ow, I'm just trying to help, you say. But you sense that the creature is more frightened than it has ever been in its life. There isn't going to be any easy way to do this, so you quickly snatch up the wolf pup and lift it towards the top of the pit, winching as it scratches and nips at your arms. Finally, the pup realizes where it is and leaps to the forest floor. You hear it scurry away. You're welcome, you say. Your hand and forearm now look like you rubbed thorns across them, and the sleeves of your silk tunic are ruined. This was the thanks you got. It takes little effort for you to lift yourself out of the pit trap, but as you reclaim your dagger and realize you are not alone. As silent as a whisper, a pack of wolves surrounds you. You stammer. I didn't dig this so, honest. You remain still, afraid that the wrong move will get you killed, even when a large black female steps from the pack. You don't budge. She nervously presses her wet muzzle into your palm, sniffs, nudges, and then licks your hand. Her tail begins to wag happily. It seems you made a few friends. Yeah, we have wolves. Some sprites. We have some wolf and some sprites. Oh, you pause to wash off some of the grime collected during your hike, quickly realizing that you will never be properly clean until you return to the Elven Court. A hot bath is what you need, but you wash your face and hands, and you are about to take a bath when you notice some tiny faces hiding in the bushes at the edge of the pool. Hey you, come out there! Even before you see them, you recognize the giggle of a sprite. What were you doing, you ask. Watching, says one. Yeah, we're wondering if you were two elves in one, says another. You're so tall. I bet you got another person in there in your pretty clothes. You know from experience that if given the freedom, a sprite will talk all day, so you interrupt. No, it's just me, you say. My name is Elwin. I'm a druid of Elven Court, and I seem to be lost. Maybe you can help. You're a druid? Says one. You don't look like a druid. No, he looks like a funny, tall, singing minstrel man. Tall, skinny, colorful tree, yes. What kind of tree is he? You raise your hand again, sighing, because even spirits are joking about your size. Can you help me? You ask. Think about it. If you join me, you can make jokes about me all day long. The sprites fly in circles over the pool, giggling and whooping with pleasure. Then one of them waves at you. Sounds like fun. Follow our song. I want to tell the others too, she says. Oh shit, bandits. This is not good. We'll wait one more. Potion Mentality, Potion Nerve. Several ain't that many. Yeah, take that. That was bad. Ever since we washed up on shore, Shahira has been somber and quiet. I've been more concerned with getting us to safety than anything else, but I can no longer look upon her bored expression. Her face simply wasn't meant to hold lines of sorrow. So this morning I was scrounging up some apples, and at noon we stopped to rest near a trickling stream. Have a seat, my lady, I said, unfurling my purple cloak and placing it on the damp ground. It was already ruined. What did it matter if it got a little dirty? She Shira nodded and sat. She watched the clear water flow and glistering stone. Meanwhile, I dug apples from the pouch and proceeded to juggle them. Now, my fair lady, 3 of these apples are likely the juiciest, sweetest morsel you ever tasted, I said. And what of the 4th, she asked, reluctantly playing my game. Why, that one is magical, although just as tasty as the others. So who bites into it will instantly fall in love with the first person she sees. The corner of Shira's mouth turned slightly upward. She said, then perhaps I shouldn't eat. I wouldn't want to take the risk of falling in love with the wrong person, would I? Oh no, you must eat. Besides, I happen to know what this type of magical apple doesn't work if the baby already loves another. I coughed each apple behind my back with a flourish, and then I presented one to Shira. She took it and without hesitation bit into the red fruit. Some juice collected in her full lips. Now I never had a reason to want to be an apple before, but that day I would have given my legs to be one. Don't you want to know which apple I gave you? I asked. No, she said, matters not which I ate. Goddamn bandits! I want to fire. Can we? Go use it again. Yes, we're going to do this one per round. Luis. I think we should take actually this one. Okay, let's go. Oh, you reached. That is not good. Use this one to take. Fuck! I'm gonna die. Shit. This turn. Just the best one. We'll go take the other things. All my attempts to cheer Shihiro up have only lasted for a few fleeting moments. It disturbs me when she is unhappy, but I can't blame her. She must be thinking about her father, about the night we barely escaped the pirates ourselves. What of her father? Was he dead? Were they all dead? I have been thinking for some same thing, especially since it was I who slipped the watchman a sleeping draught. If the man had been awake, he might notice the pirate ship in time for Gramin and the others to prepare to a proper defense. I have really messed up this time. You're thinking about your father, aren't you? I asked her in one of our quiet moments. She nodded. We don't know what happened, Shira. He could still be alive. From what I hear, he's a resourceful warrior. I can't help thinking that maybe we should have stayed behind. Maybe we could find help, she said. What could we do, Shira? Neither of us is a warrior. The words were too harsh, too certain. They didn't help. Shira didn't want to hear how hopeless her situation had been. She wanted to hear that her father was alive and that she hadn't abandoned him in this time of need. I took her arm in my arms, stroked her hair with my hand. Your father is well, Shira. I can feel it. Those were just pirates. No mere thug can outmatch Arnor's trained warriors. Right? I said. But yes, but... Right. And I think it is no secret that your father loves you more than anything. Would he not have preferred that you were safe? Of course. So we did what he would have wanted us to do. Now we have to figure out how to find him again. Could be anywhere. He's probably looking for me now, if he survived, that is. Yes, but when he doesn't find you, then know there is a place that you will certainly go. The place where we're supposed to travel to in the first place. I hope there wasn't any fault in my logic. If I were Grammon, I would hope that my daughter will make her way to the nearest safe town. It would take too long to hike all the way back home, so why not know a safe port? Dolphin jump? Jerry asked. Yes, I said. I say we make our way to Dolphin jump as soon as we can. I'll certainly find your father waiting for us there. Yeah. Potion of speed. Band. Here's the hero for once. Okay, should be able to do it this time. Need to take him first. Probably take this one too to get more defense. Ah shit, why did I do that? Yes, suddenly. Probably go down for that later. Now we actually get out of town. Doesn't bound. Hey, that's rude. capture Dandelion. I had not known there were small animal communities this far from the center Aronar. I guess my people have spread out farther than I thought after reckoning. I found the people of the Dandelion pleasant but paranoid. They fear just about everyone, and understandably so. They have been under constant attack from pirates and other bandits for years now. Every day is a struggle for these people, especially since they lack any sort of army or leadership. Choosing to live so far from the other elves wasn't their only mistake. Unfortunately, they have also chosen me to lead them simply because I mentioned they are a member of the Elven Court. Now they're asking me to deal with the criminals in this region. If I didn't need their help to get to Zero to safety, I would sneak off in the middle of the night. Just about anyone would be better suited to lead. I would be doing them a favor by running away. I had Shira to think about now. Oh, what are we going? Treetop Lodge or Target Dan? We go horse money first. I actually want to flip coin to choose what we're supposed to build. That can be fun. Just give me a sec. I'm just gonna find... Where did I put my magic stuff? Coins and dice. Here it is. It's always fun to let fate choose your destiny. Okay, I have a coin here from Vacan Opener. He gets the bullhead, we go tigers. If it goes on the other side, we get elves. Oh, that was so bad right here. It's so fucking dark here. I fucking lost the coin. God damn it. There you are. I fucking sucked. There. We go elves. We should go. That's bad. That's really bad. Oh, that's pretty bad. Yeah. Oh, I get elves too. Need to fight. Okay. Stupid elves. No room, hurry. We will just do the hardest. We get shrunk twice too. I don't think I have enough to take that on. Just for some wait. Sure. I think we can go back to take those things. Ooh, shit. We need to go on the ground. There's another town. See an ally? I don't remember. Okay, flip the coin to what should go next. I haven't declared him. Griffin is heads, and the unicorns is tails. I fucking suck at this fucking coin toss thingy. One more time. We go Griffins. That kind of sucks because then we need ammo. Kick their fucking asses. Just have to take that off. Got to try. 5. This is fucked. Can't take this yet. Oh no, no, no. Take this one. Boots are pretty good. Fish energy spells. Let's just get more mana. Ooh, that was pretty good. Oh, that is so bad. Yeah. Wait a second. That's probably good. Let's hope so. Nice. Yeah, what can we do? Elves, satyrs, and tigers. We can get elves. That is pretty good. Balance scores. I don't think we fuck with those just yet. Fucked if they attack. Scores. I don't know. We can try. Yikes, that is too many. Let's go. Even more house. And I thought I would lead a siege, much less win one. So many died in the long hours of battle. Luckily, most of them were the defenders of Jager Den. I keep telling myself they were murderers and thieves. They deserved it, but that doesn't make me feel any better about what happened. When it was certain that I would be victorious, the leader of the town ordered the entire place to be put to the torch. Don't ask me why. It makes no sense. We didn't even have a chance to enjoy our victory. Seconds after the last man fell, we heard someone cry, "Fire!" My troops and I raced among the buildings and started bucket lines to save the important structures. Homes that were unoccupied and already blazing were allowed to burn as long as they weren't too close to another structure. We fought the inferno for most of the night, and in the end, we almost saved half of the town. So many were homeless or dead now, and for nothing. When I returned to where Shahira was, Nasiriya and a few others were tending to those who had succumbed to the smoke or had been burned by the flames. She jumped into my arms and embraced me tightly. What is it? I was afraid I would lose you too, Shahira said. Too? I'm going to find your father at Dolphin Jump, remember? You haven't lost anyone. She nodded and hugged me again. I suddenly became very self conscious of how I smelled. Sweat and ash and dirt had mixed into a potent odor that not even a fragrance alchemist could mask. I pushed myself away slowly, careful not to hurt my beloved's feelings. There's still much to be done, I said. The thieves. We need that one. Ah, I'm so smart to train away. But how much does this one actually produce? Isn't actually that much of a difference though. Labyrinth or Saturn Garden? Heads. We just say the heads is always on the top. We get Saturn Garden. Nice. Probably take Ability is always nice to just have. Pet fighting is good with but nah. Alright, you can also see enemy space stuff. No. Just go for times out. I recognize the heroes and governor. That one is actually nice. sprites anymore if we're gonna rather go the orcs. Yeah. Or you don't need those though. Take sprites instead of the crewmates. No, no, no. Sectors too. Nice! The state is nice, but we want the Grandmaster. I think we can take those two. Better army? Did I take? Nice. We got money. Should actually get all those too. Ah, okay. We can get it here though. We need Mercury. Max. Then we need to get not that good. Not that good. We're supposed to be actually. Pretty bad. We should have level 3. Oh, I should. Nice. Nomad centaurs. Centaurs. Full archery. Oh shit. Griffin, I have so little life. Very good. Oh! We get elementals. I think we will say goodbye to those. Okay. I think we have camera. So if I buy... I need actually a camera. Okay. That's a bummer. This is kind of the best one. But is it the one I want? No. I really do like fire elementals or water. guys won that one. Best one is to go combat, actually. Before you even have a chance to knock, a deceivable tranche bum swings open the door. My ring of strength has been stolen by a rogue sorcerer. Defeat him and return the ring to me, and I will reward you handsomely. Thank you kindly. Here's a much more useful item. No. That fucking sucks. Now we have so we can kind of just go through this. You must remember Beastmaster class. This Beastmaster class gives a return around some wolf spell. Whoa. Fire elemental. Let's do it. need. What else do I got? Kill that shit. We did it. Oh shit. Got some stuff now. Nice. Yeah, okay. Is this one I should do something? Cool. Ooh, okay. I need to go to Lisa to get that. That's not bad. Which one do we want from those? Like, let's roll again. Oh, didn't again. There. We go for cabins. Space for us now. Change the. I wandered hoarsely. I slipped upstream to see what I could do about my attire, and to perhaps wash some of the grime from my body. I have never been so filthy all my life. I don't know how some druids go so year-long sabbaticals into the deepest forest to commune with the land. How do they go so long without half-bath, fine cuisine, and music? At that point, I was never more aware that just a life was not for me. My hand was a pitiful sight with its ragged and bent feathers and a tar along with the grim claws stirred about. It wasn't even worth saving, so I threw it away. There were dark stains on the knees of my trousers. The white lace frills of my shirt were grey now due to the smoke from the town fire. If I were to walk into the Elven Court today, they would probably ban me from dressing my mouth. A twig snapped behind me, making my heart skip beat. I was unarmed and alone. Something attacked me now. The trees wouldn't be able to reach me in time. I was about to make a run for it. I should be able to step into it. Maybe I shouldn't be walking out here alone, I said. So far from camp, she said. Besides, I'm with you. I rolled up spilled at the sleeves of my chin, blushing. I wish you didn't have to see me like this. My God. There was a seductive softness to her voice as she moved closer to me. Like an idiot, I took a step back and my boots sank past the bank in the cold stream. Ah, curse wilderness and curse me, for I make earth a chance, I said as I struck myself on the book. Shira laughed, but not in an insulting way. She was laughing at me as well as with me. I'm sorry, Shira, I said. Look at me, I've become a symbol of my own ineptitude and ineptitude. She took another step towards me. This time I didn't retreat. Birds, Shira said. Excuse me? Remember at the dance when you asked me what I do when I'm not capturing the hearts of men? Well, to answer your question, I raise birds. At least I used to when I had time. Ever since I entered the Elven Court, I've had so many men courting me that I never seem to have any time to myself. I thought of Shira spending time with other men made my stomach tense involuntarily. But what could I expect? I was only one of many. You should refuse some of them, I said, knowing that I might be one of those who she denied. It's important that you're happy too. Yes, but I don't want to hurt the feelings. Shira reached up to place one of her slender hands on the soldiers and slouched slightly, bending towards her touch. Then she said, when I heard you wouldn't be aboard a ship, you made me happy. It would be able. Really? Of course, you were the only one who would ever ask me what I liked to do when I was alone. No one else seemed to picture me, not even Lord Hart. And he was always friendly and warm. I frowned at the mention of Lord Hart. Soon, the Elder Council would choose the new Elder King, and everyone agreed Hart was the Elder's choice. There had been much gossip about Lord Hart's affiliation with Shira as well. I'd taken political risk when I got myself aboard Shira's ship, but I felt strongly for her, but I was even willing to throw away my heart for position in the Elder Court. I tipped my head closer here and whispered, as crazy as it sounds, I have enjoyed these days alone with you more than all my time at the court, even if it destroyed my best outfit. Then Shira kissed me on the chin. I think you missed my lady, I said grimly. Well, you're so damn tall. So I picked her up and we kissed, this time on lips, and it was better than I have ever imagined. Snake stride. Heart rhythm. Ooh, that was God damn it. Oh, those stuff. Oh no, no, no. Paper melee and tactics is always nice. We're almost down here. Oh, nice. Dozens. I don't know about that. Cool, cool. No, no. That's pretty good at bringing illustration. Daddy? She heard a shout and ran from the side. I felt her absent immediately, as if she had been torn from me forever. I wished again that our adventure wasn't yet over. But then we couldn't have stayed in the wild for the rest of our lives, could we? She jumped into Grandma's arms, hugging and kissing him happily. I don't think she truly believed he was still alive until that moment. I approached slowly, allowing the two to catch up, and stayed several feet away until they were finished. Of course, Grandma had been worried about her, and had never stopped searching for her, even though others believed she was dead. I was safe then, thanks to Ellen, she said. She smiled at me, and I forced myself to smile back. You saved my life. Graham's expression was cold when he looked at me. So cold, in fact, that for a moment I thought he knew I was the one who dragged the man in the crow's nest. Young man, he said, I cannot thank you enough for what you have done. It was my honor, sir, I replied. Well, Graham said, quickly change your subject. I imagined the two of you could use a rest, maybe some food. Good day, Ellen. And thank you again. Wherever Grandma was taking Shiro for her meal, it was obvious that I was invited. I knew better than to press the issue. Good day, Shiro, I said. I caught Shiro eye and said, good day, my lady. May I see you again sometime soon? I hope so, she said, before I finally whisked her away. Once again, I wished we had stayed in the woods. Whoa! That was a long episode. But, yeah.
How can the Elven Court choose my beloved for such a deadly mission? It's absurd, especially when so many veterans have already volunteered for the task, my own father among them. As for Elwyn, he turned pale as a summer cloud when Lord Hark asked him to face the White Tigers alone. Oh, return to me, my beloved. I cannot lose you now.
Holy shit. Lord Hark stood concealed behind the tall rose bushes at the entrance to the garden. His lips pressed into a fine line as he watched Sagura dance with the colorful-dressed young elf named Elwyn. He had watched them for weeks, ever since they had returned from their adventure in the wild forest along the coast of the Gold Sea. To the dismay of many of the male members of the Elven court, Shihiro rarely had time for suitors these days. Instead, Shihiro spent time with their birds, sometimes disappearing into the woods alone for hours to train a particular pet. She seemed to only accept Hark's invitation to dinner, and although this should have made him feel confident, he was afraid it was only out of respect for her father's wishes. Lord Hark suspected that she would now had feelings for the gangly druid. Hark had seen their stolen glances and knowing smiles. He had even followed Shihiro, a falcon on her arm, on one of her excursion into the forest. Evelyn had been waiting for her by an ancient and canal oak, and they had kissed. That's when Hark swore to do something about this fool. Shihiro was young, naive. This foppish young druid had obviously used their time together when their lives were in danger to confuse her. She was probably just a conquest to him. Evelyn had a reputation around court for being charming, but also for being arrogant and selfish. He had wormed his way into the Elven court, and now he was trying to convince his way up the ranks by seducing Shihiro. Well, Hark wouldn't allow it. He cared for Shihiro too much, but he couldn't accuse Elwyn without proof. Part of Hark wanted to challenge the man to a duel, but he knew that doing so would only make himself look bad in Shihiro's eyes. Besides, the Elven court frowned at such behavior these days. What Hark needed was to destroy Shihiro's image of Elwyn. He needed to expose Elwyn's true self, an arrogant coward. When the Elven court called me forward and announced that I was to lead the effort to bring the mysterious white tigers into the Aragonar alliance, I nearly swallowed my tongue. But why? Surely there are others more qualified, I said. Perhaps, said the court speaker, Lord Hark. You have proven yourself resourceful, Elwyn. In 3 separate occasions we have sent others with more experience, more skills, and more talent, but they have all failed. In fact, they all died. The White Tigers have expressed an interest in joining Aranor, but we haven't been able to convince them that an alliance will be mutually beneficial. So we hope that your amazing ability to adapt to a difficult situation, proven to us during a recent adventure, will bring us victory when we are so close to defeat. Several members of the Elven court applauded. I wanted to refuse, but I found Shira's face among the crowd. What would she think of me if I turned my back on Aranor in this time of need? My father would certainly despise me even more. He already dislikes me because I have never fought in defense of a former nation's ally, nor for Aranor. But then, 3 people have already died. The odds of me returning seem dim. I don't want to die. Now that I have just found Shihiro. Well, Elwyn, do you accept? Aranor is still weak from the reckoning. We have few troops. Will you help protect our children? Lord Hark asked. I glared at the man. The way he asked, I could not refuse. Of course, I said, thus sealing my doom. And that's how I came to be in this remote region of Aranor. This time, at least, I brought some extra clothes. Save. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.